What's up, guys, and welcome to the Tim Sports Talk. We have another Monday Night Football recap, and it is the Seattle Seahawks versus the Philadelphia Eagles. And, man, I feel bad for the Eagles defense, dude. They played their butts off tonight, but the Eagles just had no offense until it was too late. They had a garbage touchdown to make it a one-score game, but in reality, this was a 14-point game for the Seahawks. Richard Rodgers, beautiful one-hand tip, comes down with the touchdown at the end. But look at the Eagles' defense stats today, man. They held the Seahawks 2 for 10 on third down, 0 for 2 on fourth down, 2 huge fourth down stops, one inside the 5, the other inside on their side of the field. They actually made the Seahawks scared to go for a 4th and 1 later in the game when they were only up 14-9, decided to settle on a field goal, and they actually held the Seahawks to 3 more field goals in the second half. So I just feel so bad for their defense. Derek Barnett was all over the place. He had the 2 big 4th down stops. Fletcher Cox obviously did his thing. Darius Slayton, though. Darius Slayton had his hands full with DK Metcalf. 10 catches, 177 yards. And DK Metcalf also dropped a touchdown. Like, there may have been a little bit of a push-off. That might be fair. But he easily should have been able to catch that touchdown, but I guess you could say ball don't lie, and he ends up dropping that touchdown for 10 catches, 177 yards just doesn't feel as right without a touchdown next to it, doesn't it? Meanwhile, his teammate David Moore, 3 catches, -6 yards, but he got the touchdown. Yeah, they threw a fade route to not Tyler Lockett, not DK Metcalf. They threw it to David Moore, and he came down with it. But he was the one on the 4th down play that he got it. It was a big negative yard play for them. And, yeah, it was interesting. It was an interesting game. The Eagles did make it interesting. It's just, unfortunately, their offense was not interesting whatsoever. Carson Wentz was absolutely running for his life all night long. No Andre Dillard, no Brandon Brooks, and no Lane Johnson for the Eagles' offensive line, and you could tell that they had no offensive line because you have 6 sacks for 41 yards for Carson Wentz, and that does not even tell half the story. I would venture to say at least another 8 to 10 pressures on top of that. He was all over the place. And the one touchdown drive, technically the second touchdown, or the first touchdown drive, because they did score right before the end of the game. But the one before half, Carson Wentz decides, you know what? Nobody's catching it for me. Nobody, I can't find the broadside of a barn, to be honest. I'm just going to run the ball. And he did. He had a 20-yard run, a 7-yard run, and they also ran the ball a little bit with Bart Scott. No, sorry, not Bart Scott. What's his name? Boston Scott, the running back for the Eagles. They ran the ball with him as well, making it really tough through that drive for the Seahawks defense. But outside of that one drive, it was just not happening. Carson Wentz's one pick on the day was completely his fault, though. I talk about all the pressure and everything, but I don't know what he was looking at. He had a pocket, and he just completely throws wide right on a hitch route when he had underneath a slant pass to Richard Rodgers on a 4th and 4. He had the first down yardage, and instead he goes deep with it, throws a complete errant pass, and it almost looks like a punt going right to the defender. He's just standing there by himself, and he's like, oh, okay, I'll take that. But yeah, this was bad. Dallas Goedert had a good day, 7 catches, 75 yards, and a touchdown. Richard Rodgers ended up with somewhat of a respectable line, 3 catches, 52 yards, and a touchdown, but 32 yards and a touchdown of that was right at the end of the game off that tip pass. Beautiful one-handed catch by him. Tyler Lockett was pretty much locked up all day. He only had 4 targets, 3 catches for 23 yards. He did have a target that had turned into a pass interference, which I thought was an absolute bogus call. And I'm a Skins fan, and I was rooting for the Seahawks tonight to lose, the Seahawks to win, if I can speak correctly. But the Eagles were down by 11, all right? They failed on that 4th down, but they have a chance, get a stop, see if your offense can do something else. And it was 3rd and 11, and they go deep to Tyler Lockett, and Tyler Lockett's actually the one that pushed off. And then there was some hand-to-hand combat, which they usually don't call, and the ball landed 3 yards out of bounds. Why are you calling that pass interference? There was no way he was catching the ball. He was like 4 or 5 yards away from it. It landed out of bounds, and Tyler Lockett's the one that pushed off. Terrible, terrible call. But it didn't really matter because we all knew that the Eagles were not catching and scoring. So, all right. So I'm sure we have more to get into, but while we're at it, we'll go ahead and take a little break and read some of your comments. Wish we kept Richard Rodgers, Chris says. There's actually some truth to that because he was a Skins player earlier this year, and I thought he was going to make the team. I'm surprised he wasn't, but they really liked Marcus Ball, which may have been a problem considering that our tight end position's not really what you would call locked up. So that sucks. Seahawks offensive suspect. Is it the offensive suspect, or did they freaking really play well? The Eagles defense did. I mean, each their own. I don't know. I think it's a lot to do with the Eagles defense. The Eagles still have a really good defensive line. Derek Barnett, Fletcher Cox, like these guys out there are really trying to get to the quarterback. So I don't hate this Eagles defense. And so I think it was more to do with the Eagles really played well today rather than the Seahawks screwed up. Dominic Mantano says, what's up, Tim? What's up, Dominic? Wentz is a whole bum. He was overthrowing guys left and right. That's true. And underthrowing. There was a few underthrows that he actually did get bailed out on one, throwing it to Dallas Goedert. And Dallas Goedert had to reach back for it and got the defender not looking. So that was tough. Mitchell Waspis says, howdy, Tim. How's it going? Mitchell, what are you doing today, man? Chris says, Wentz really doesn't want to be playing for real. He knows he has nothing. Interesting take. That's what we have Chris here for, the interesting takes. I think that he was struggling with offensive line. There's no doubt. No offensive line to speak of. All right, let's see here. Actually pull this up here. All right. We got Sport AFib Gaming. Sup, guys? How's everyone doing today? What's up, AFib Gaming? Chris Borstock, well, the day's over now. Yeah, that's true. Good result for the Washington football team, must say. Doug Peterson needs to be stripped of play calling. I don't know how much you could do better on play calling. I'm not going to lie, because that offensive line was so bad. Your quarterback was absolutely running for his life. It was to the point where the refs felt bad for him. I wrote this down because there was a play that the refs actually blew the whistle early because he was surrounded. But I think they blew it too early. I think he could escape from that. I've seen Carson Wentz escape from many sticky situations, and they really called it early. But they're like, he's getting beat up so much. I don't want him to get any more licks, right? And honestly, it's about time the protection of the quarterback hurt the offense. You know what? Maybe the refs should be calling down a little bit quicker if you really want to protect the quarterback. Why make the quarterback get hit by 2, 3, 4 players, when he's trying to strip one? It's like, you know what? Call it earlier, and let's not make it that the defense always gets screwed on these calls. I think it was very interesting for him not to be allowed to escape because we are protecting you as the quarterback. It's about time they feel it and not all the defense. Let's see here. What else did I write down here? Chris Carson's first touchdown, monster run from 17 yards out. He busts through the line, wide open. But then he goes right, and he has a couple of blockers ahead of him. The blocks kind of fail on him, and he has 2 guys from the 3-yard line, and he basically forces his way into the end zone. I love to watch Chris Carson run. And, I haven't heard much more about his fumbling problems. I know in the past, I think it was early last season, or maybe it was 2 seasons ago now, I can't remember. He had a lot of fumbles, and people were like, he may not keep the starting job because he fumbles all the time. But he runs extremely hard, and he could be just going through what Zeke's going through right now. Zeke's never been a fumbler, but he has 5 lost fumbles on the season. So very interesting that Chris Carson's now back. He's now healthy. He only had 8 carries tonight, but 8 carries for 41 yards, over 5 yards a carry, and a touchdown. Looked really strong. And meanwhile, Carlos Hyde 15 carries, 22 yards. We watched him, I think it was a Sunday night game a couple weeks back, and he looked great. Not tonight, running against that Eagles. They have a really good run defense. They always have. For the last 5 years, they've been a top-tier run defense, and that pretty much continued tonight. Russell Wilson only had 6 carries, 12 yards as well. All right, what else do you guys got? So what if you mean? The refs need to work full-time or go to the eye doctor because they prove year in and year out they don't know how to fully ref a full game. Yeah, I'm sure that was in response to that bad PI call. Yeah, I don't know. It's tough for a ref. I understand that. Me and refs, we butt heads many times growing up in my sports career. Not that I played anything spectacular, but I was usually one of the better players on the court, and so I knew what was going on, and at least cerebrally, I was pretty good on the court, and I would get into a lot of arguments with refs, so I do feel bad for them in a sense because it does have a hard job, but they do need to do better because I'm sitting here, 3,000 miles away or whatever, if they are playing in Seattle, I can't remember, but yeah, they're playing in Eagles, so, whatever, 150 miles away from where I'm sitting right now, and I can see better than you. Come on, man. Even without the replay. All right? I'm talking about first try. I can see sometimes way better than the refs. All right, what do we got? Dominic Montano. I can't wait for EDP's video. Yeah, I know he's a big Eagles fan. I'm sure he will tear the Eagles apart. That's for sure. Let's see here. Chris, even if it was a bad call, Tim, they still weren't winning. I agree with that. I don't think they were going to win. But still, make it an interesting game. Why call that terrible call to bail out the Seahawks to run out more clock? Give the ball back to the Eagles and see what can happen. They did get a garbage touchdown at the end. Who knows what would happen? And a 2-point conversion, for that matter. Let's see. Oh, well, Eagles paid the refs. Some of these calls were just stupid. Well, they didn't have any favors when they were down by 11 with that PI call. But I don't know. I'd have to look at more of the calls. I just wrote down that one. And let's see here. What else do I got? Yeah, so not only is Wentz running for his life, but the first drive I have drop pass, bad pass, and then drop pass. Just to start the drive. Awesome. Awesome for that. Man, Metcalf and Darius Slay did get into it. Darius Slay actually got called for a penalty, and then the very next play, you had Malik Jackson hits DK Metcalf after the play, but how did DK Metcalf respond? Only 118 yards on 7 catches in the first half. That didn't affect him too much. That was on the first offensive drive for the Seahawks. And yeah, apparently you do not want to tick off DK Metcalf because he will come out and destroy you. Rob Eamon, what's up, dude? Deuce Staley should take over as OC. Interesting, the old running back, the Saints running back at that. You, right? Or is that McAllister now that I think about it? Hold on. Deuce Staley was a running back, wasn't he? Yeah, he was the old running back. Didn't he play for the Saints? No, it was the Steelers that he played for to back up the bus. Never mind. Yeah, he's the Eagles RB, but where I know his name is back when he backed up the bus. That's what it was. Who was the Deuce for the Saints? Now I don't remember. Was it Deuce McAllister or something? Didn't they used to have a Deuce? AFib, I need your help. What was the Deuce McAllister? Yeah. Yeah, he's the Saints running back. Okay, got my deuces mixed up. Apologies. All right. Where are we at? Rob Eamon, Peterson is too stubborn to bench Wentz. Yeah, we'll see what Jalen Hurts could do if he does end up getting the starting job. I was not a fan of Jalen Hurts coming out of college. Okay, I know he had a Heisman year in Oklahoma. I understand that. But he did have CeeDee Lamb that he was throwing to, and I don't quite see it. I am not the biggest Jalen Hurts fan, to be very honest. Okay, I don't know if he's an NFL-level caliber quarterback, but that's my opinion. I guess I may have said very similar things if I really paid attention back when Russell Wilson was coming out. So what do I know? But from what I was seeing, I did not think that Jalen Hurts was an NFL level quarterback, to be honest. All right, Spotify Gaming. Jeffrey should be traded for a second. Can you really get a second out of him? I don't think you can get second out of Alshon Jeffrey because of the injury concerns. I just don't think he has it. Chris Sports Talk. I would trade Jalen Hurts to rack up more draft picks. Interesting take. I don't know. You definitely could get more out of Jalen Hurts, I think, than Alshon Jeffrey, in my opinion. That's what I think, because at least Jalen Hurts is he's got a rookie contract, and he's not injury prone like Alshon Jeffrey is. So very interesting take. I don't know. I don't think they're getting rid of Jalen Hurts though. I think they like him. That's why they took him in the second round. They definitely wouldn't get rid of Jalen Hurts until Doug Peterson's gone because that's who drafted him. Dominic Montano, they won't even get close to a second. He sucks. Oh, fair enough. I agree. I don't think he necessarily sucks. I think he's a pretty good receiver, but he's just so injury prone. The value's just not there. Chris Sports Talk, my theory was I would trade a lot of players, clean the whole house. Oh, for the Eagles? I mean, that might be true. But who do you trade, right? I mean, I guess you could potentially trade maybe some of your defensive linemen, but that might get sketchy. They actually made the move to go get Darius Slay, the corner. They need it. They got to get healthier at the O-line. That's their problem, really. You can't have Carson Wentz running around like this. Skins fan I think that's you, but you changed your name again. Skins fans don't play. What's up, dude? He says what's up. I say what's up. How you doing today? So what I mean, Chris, you know who should really clean out the Falcons? The Falcons should clean house. That's for sure. Julio could go. Matt Ryan could go. Start getting some value and rebuild your team. Not James. How you doing today, James? Or Jim or Jimbo. I don't know what you want to be called. But he is back, and I'm sorry that your Raiders did play like absolute dog doo-doo against the Falcons. I understand the Falcons have a pretty good run defense, but I bet on you guys to win. So I'm pretty upset that you guys laid an egg, because I think I had like a 5-way parlay going, and I think that's the only one that failed. Let me double check that, actually. And I will be honest if that's not the case. But I think that's the case. Picks. Completed picks. I had a 4-way parlay, and yes, the only one I failed was the Vegas Raiders over the Falcons. I picked Giants Cincinnati under 45. That worked. I picked Tennessee Indianapolis over Indianapolis. That worked. And I picked the Saints 16.5 over Denver. That worked. The only one that fails is the stupid Raiders over the Falcons. Come on, man. You had a 3.5 point lay. You can't beat the freaking Falcons by 4. Golly, stinks. Chris, yeah, they should just Julio is starting to be nicked a lot. I think it's time to break up. Yeah, that's another thing. Maybe they don't get as much value out of somebody like Julio as much as they think. The Falcons can get 2 firsts for Julio or 3. He's that much. Yeah, but with all his health concerns, he has a lot of hammies problems that always seem to linger. So that's tough. I don't know. I don't think you can get 3. I think it's a stretch to get 2, to be honest. You might be able to get a first in something else, but I don't think you can get that much for Julio. Even though he's such a great talent, the injury concerns might devalue him a little bit. Excuse me. Robbie Staley's the former Eagle running back. Thank you. McAllister was the Saints. Got that one. Spotifying. Where's Tim's likes, or you'll be a Cowboys fan? Right now we only have 1 like, and 7 of you are watching. I would appreciate hitting the like button. And also, with that, I will share the Discord. Me and Aphid were actually just in there chatting during this game. I'm actually going to start probably joining the voice chat during these night games. Maybe not the Skins games, but during these night games, I'll probably end up joining the voice chat while I'm watching. So if you guys want to hang out in there, chat some football, and see what's going on. But you don't have to join voice chat. There is the regular chat where we also like to talk sports throughout the week. So please join the Discord. It's a lot of fun. And thank you for those of you who have. All right, where are we at? Spotify, nice to see. Or that's too nice. You will be a Jets fan instead of a Cowboys fan. You'll be a Jets fan. Ouch. Maybe you like Trevor Lawrence, though. I don't know. Who would you rather be, a Cowboys fan or a Jets fan at this point? You may actually be more interested in being a Jets fan because they're probably going to fire their coach. You may get Trevor Lawrence #1. There's some excitement over there maybe. So, you know what? I think I would rather be a Jets fan than a Cowboys fan right now. And I understand I'm biased versus the Cowboys, but I think that's an interesting take. Chris, at this stage of Julio's career, I would give up a first if I'm a contender, not 2 first-rounders. Yeah, I think it's tough. Not James. I pray the Raiders draft a QB. I like Derek Carr, though, man. You don't like Derek Carr? Derek Carr has played extremely well, especially the night games that I've watched. Dude, he seems to have really good command of the offense. I don't know, dude. I think Derek Carr is going to stay there for a while. I think John Gruden likes him. I'm not sure what happened to you all. I know you guys got crushed. Like, what, you guys only have 3 points or something? Like, ridiculous. 6 points, 43-6. Classic Falcons, man. You know, they're so good on paper, and then they crap the bed all the time until you bet on them, and then they come out like gangbusters. You know who's also like that? Was a long time with Phillip Rivers, the Chargers. The Chargers, 8-8 Kings, okay? They always go 8-8, but you can never pick when they're going to win. They would beat the great teams, lose to the sucky teams. You never know what was going to happen in a Chargers game. Very similar is the Falcons because they're so high-powered on offense. 4 likes already. Thank you guys for liking the video. Robbie agrees. Carr is a decent QB. Dominic Casano, they got blown out. Right now, I doubt they don't make the playoffs. The Raiders might not. It's tough, dude. It's tough. But I don't know. It's also, let's see what the box score was. I'm curious. Derek Carr, yeah, only one. He only had 1 interception. 22 for 34, 215. That's tough. Not the best, but this is really sad, man. Josh Jacobs, who I think is a top 5 talented running back in this league, only ends up with 7 touches, just under 4 yards a carry at 27 yards. Yeah, you got to get more touches for Josh Jacobs. I don't know the flow of the game. Maybe you guys got down so quick that it was just not plausible. Oh, man, you guys went for it on 4th down at your own 45, 4th and 1. Yeah, man, Josh Jacobs got... no gain. But as I said, the Falcons have a really good run defense. Oh, then there was a fumble. Man, I mean, game flow says you guys should have been running the ball more. It was 6-3 in the second quarter. So why aren't you guys running the ball more? I think you guys need to start running the ball more. That's my opinion. Only 1 subscriber away from hitting 200 subs. Thank you very much for calling that out. Unfortunately, we did hit 200, then somebody unsubscribed. What a jerk, right? No, but no, I appreciate it. It is fun, you know. I'm enjoying the time that I have on this channel. So, you know, it's a slow growth, but it's a growth. It's cool. It's one step at a time. All right, where are we at? Chris, trade Deshaun, Zach Ertz, Jason Peters, Carson Wentz, Jalen Hurts, and Alshon. I'll get rid of all of them. Clean house, fire Doug Peterson and the OC. Wow. Very spicy take. He said trade the entire squad, which is not crazy. I don't think you can get Deshaun, though, because Deshaun's so old at this point. And for his type of player. What is he, 32 now? 33? Deshaun's getting up there, man. Deshaun Jackson is currently 34, even older than I thought. I don't think you can get anything for him. Zach Ertz is a very interesting trading partner. Jason Peters, you're not getting anything for him. Nobody even wanted him. He was a free agent, and nobody signed him. He's also 39 years old, I think. 38, 39. He's old. Jason Peters not getting anything. Carson Wentz trade, he's so expensive. As far as literally against the cap, I don't think anybody's making that trade. Jalen Hurts I don't think they're going to trade Jalen Hurts. Alshon is interesting. I don't think you can get a first for him, but, you know, you could maybe be able to get a couple of late round picks, maybe a 3rd and a 5th or something for somebody like Alshon. Maybe like a 3rd and a 7th or something, 4th and a 5th, 4th and a 6th. I don't know, maybe. I'd probably get rid of him for that. But at the same time, with all those injuries, I don't know if anybody's really that interested. Paul Gunther is toast. Excuse me. The Raiders OC? No, DC. Yeah, well, see, just don't judge it off the freaking Falcons, okay? Falcons have a fantastic offense. They could burn anybody. They just don't for some reason. So I wouldn't judge it off that, but maybe there's more to it than I'm giving credit for. What's John James, have you seen our records for the past years? The Raiders? No, I have not. I have not paid it. We haven't won over 10 games since 2002, besides in 2016. Yeah, that sounds like the Redskins. We've only had 2012 be 10-6 in a long time. Tim, how many kills you got in Call of Duty? I think I'm averaging around a 1.26 KD, somewhere in there. I'm averaging 3 kills a game in Warzone. But yes, I do like me some Call of Duty. Grew up on it. I hadn't played a serious Call of Duty since Modern Warfare 3, actually. So it's fun to get in there and play this Warzone. I've been wanting to play a Battle Royale for quite some time, but PUBG was just not doing it for me. It's so robotic, not very fluid, not a good game in my opinion. I think it was a cool concept, but not the game I wanted to play. I hated Fortnite, all the building and stupid nonsense, so I didn't like that one. So once Call of Duty came out with one, I was like, that's the one I'm playing, because I really enjoyed Call of Duty growing up. All right. Spoiler for Gaming. Me and Chris are like rivals and comrades at the same time. Yes, they've been going at it in the Discord for quite some time. Again, Discord link in the chat. Sending it again. Join if you haven't. What are you guys doing? Come on. Hang out in the Discord. It's fun. Let's see. Yeah, Chris, I get 7th for Deshaun. I don't know. You think you can get a 7th for Deshaun? He's too old, man. Injuries, speed starts slowing down. I'm not giving up a 7th for Deshaun. I'm just not. Zach Ertz, yeah, trade him. He worth a top 2nd. Maybe. I think Zach Ertz is interesting. How old is Zach Ertz now? Zach Ertz is currently, what is he, 28, 29? Maybe? If that old, to be honest. Oh, he is 30. Hey, and he's injury prone. I don't know if you can get a 2nd for him, man. 3rd or 4th, maybe. That's my opinion. Dominic Montano. Who then? Who what? Who that say they gonna beat them Saints, right? That's for you, Gaming. And Chris, I would cut Deshaun and Jason if I can't trade him. Either way, they're getting out of here. Well, you need O linemen, but yeah, I don't mind cutting the Deshaun. That's fine. Rob Eamon, Raiders defense is garbage. I'm not shocked by that, to be honest. What console do you play on? I actually play on PC, but I use a Xbox controller. Because I learned the game on Xbox. I played like 2 games with mouse and keyboard, and I was like, I don't want to learn the whole game over again. I just want to enjoy it, so I bought the controller, and that is what I play. Apex and Warzone is the best Battle Royale games right now. To be honest, I didn't even hear about Apex until after I started playing COD. So Apex really never stood a chance for me because I just didn't hear about it. I haven't owned a console in forever. I do have an Xbox One, but I've lost the power cord. Like, actually, I think I just gave it to, within the last couple of months, I think I gave it to my brother-in-law, actually, because he was able to use it because he had an older version of it and I had a newer one. But I bought it to play PUBG, played a few games, didn't like it, and then I didn't use the Xbox anymore. So when I bought my computer, I started playing PC. Not James. Fortnite was good. Then they added some Marvel and cars, and people got too sweaty, and the creators never listens to the community. Fortnite is dog crap now. Well, I heard they just had some sort of fantastic thing going on today. I like that Nick Merckx guy for COD, and he was talking about Fortnite today, and apparently they're doing something big. I don't know, galactic update or something. I don't know. Good for them. Fortnite, excuse me, not better than Apex right now. Apex is boring, according to James. And Dominic Montano says facts, but I don't know which one he was agreeing with. Not really if you're good at it. Yeah, Apex just has no chance. I really enjoy Warzone. They're about to do the update for the Cold War probably in the next couple of weeks. I got a group of friends that like to play, but If any of you like Warzone, again, posting it again. Hop in the Discord, hang out over there, and hey, we may play some COD one day. That'd be cool. All right. 49ers are creeping back into the playoff race. Correct. All 4 of the NFC West teams have potential to make the playoffs, but I don't think they will because I think the Tampa Bay Buccaneers will hold their spot, even with all the turmoil. And you never know. They actually may make a huge run in the playoffs, too. I know there's the turmoil and Bruce Arians and Tom Brady aren't doing well. All the receivers are complaining about where's the balls are coming from, all this stuff. But, it might all just be par for the course. And they'll just sneak their way into the playoffs, and then they'll win a game. And then they may win another one. And then all of a sudden they're in the NFC Championship game, and they could upset whoever's there. So I don't think that the Niners will actually make the playoffs, but they're a really well-coached team, and I would not be shocked. Actually, you know what? I take that back. I think I would be shocked because I like the Rams. I like the Cardinals. I like the Seahawks. And I like the Bucks. If they took any one of those spots, I would be surprised, to be honest. Where are we at? Not James. I used to play Apex exactly the day it came out, and I was really good, and I stopped because it got boring. Fair enough. I've never played. I saw one of my friends playing on Facebook. I just looked for like maybe 10 seconds, and I just have no interest. Well, we will end their dreams. That's true. If the Washington football team, aka our beloved Redskins, can pull off the upset against the Niners, me and Chris were talking about, I think we got to win 3 out of their next 2 to make the playoffs. Out of our next 5. 3 and 2 in our 5 to make the playoffs. I think the Giants might sneak one. I know he's arguing with me. I think they could potentially sneak one from the Cardinals. They could potentially sneak one from the Browns. I don't think they'll be. I think they have. Can't remember now who they all have, but they could potentially sneak one out of there. I'd be worried. All right, what's up? Yeah, we should play some Warzone sometime. That's cool. You are in. Yep, you're in the Discord. Yeah, I'm sure we'll hit each other up to play a little bit, especially if I'm looking for a duo or a trio or something like that. I'll definitely hit up the Discord and we could potentially play some. We have to go play them in Arizona in a dome. That should be great for us. Interesting. I don't know. Wait, in Arizona, we don't have to play the Cardinals. We already played the Cardinals. What do you mean? I don't know what he means by that. Anyway, so what if giving Tampa Bay lose one more, Tim, they not making the playoffs? You think? I don't know, dude. They're 7-5 right now. The Niners, I think, are like 5-6. What are the Bucks right now? The Bucks, yeah, they're 7-5. They just have played a tough game against, one of the best, probably the best team in the league, the Chiefs. They have Minnesota. They have the Falcons. They have Detroit, and they have Atlanta twice. Dude, they should definitely make the playoffs. They've beaten Detroit. They're beating the Vikings. The Vikings have no defense. And even if they split with Atlanta, I mean, that would put them at 10-6. 10-6 gets them in the door. Come on. Come on. Oh, 49ers are playing their next 2 home games in Arizona. You know what? I heard them mentioning something along they were going to play in a different spot, but I didn't realize they were going to play all the way in Arizona. That's odd. But interesting. Hey, basically that takes away a home game from them, so that's cool. Interesting. I did not know that. I didn't actually listen to the broadcast when they were talking about it. I heard them briefly say that they were going to play somewhere else, and then I didn't pay attention where they're going to play. But cool. Facts, the Falcons not going to lay down. I bet $100 Tom Brady misses the misses playing the Jets, Dolphins, and Bills. That's for sure. Where are we at? I love our dome. Yes, the Saints have a fantastic Superdome down there in Louisiana, but they're not the same dome with no fans in it, so Be ready. We have to play the 49ers in Arizona. That's true. Yep. Okay, I got you. Sorry for that guy. 49ers state shut down or something like that. Yeah, California's crazy. Santa Clara County shut down. Okay. Dominic, yes, sir. Chris Sports Talk, we have all of this rest. We will get all of our guys back. We have to beat the Steelers, and we have so much advantage. We got to take that. We have all of this rest. Yes, we do have an extra day of rest. The Skins will play on Monday instead of Sunday, and we played on Thursday. So we have a nice big rest day, or rest week, I should say. It's almost like a bye week, and we got the Steelers the whole way. The Steelers may not even know who's playing and who's not playing with all their COVID concerns. So very interesting for that for sure. I hope you guys could hear me okay. But anyway, yeah, so that's, hey, you just got to win, man. If the Skins start winning some games, they can make the playoffs. That's a fact. I would like to at least win 3, but man, if we could go 4-1 down this stretch and then get to 8-8, and we don't have to hear about how bad we are winning the division with a losing record, that'd be huge. And Alex Smith can do it, dude. Alex Smith is a winner. He definitely has the potential to do it. Steelers Ravens will play in Week 18. Is that a fact? Did they stop it? They're not playing tomorrow? No, they're still playing tomorrow. 5 hours ago, rescheduled to Wednesday, December 2nd at 3:40 p.m. will be broadcast nationally on NBC. Our game against Washington, originally scheduled for Sunday, December 6th, has been changed to Monday, December 7th at 5 p.m. That's from the Steelers' Twitter. So they'll play tomorrow. I wish the Steelers and the Chiefs play. That'll be a great game. I hope they do play in the AFC Championship game. That would be a fun one to watch. Great defense versus fantastic offense, and then a really solid, good offense versus a pretty darn solid, good defense in Kansas City. That's very interesting. Yeah, for sure. I would love that matchup coming out of the AFC. Rob Eamon, they are playing Wednesday as of right now. Wednesday. Today's Tuesday, December 1st. Sorry, the clock just changed on me. For some reason, I lost my date. Okay, so now, all right, never mind. They are playing tomorrow. And also, that Fortnite thing update is actually tomorrow night, because I completely lost track of my day with the turn of the clock. He confused me. Yeah, sorry. That when I looked down and saw December 1st, I was still on Monday night, not Tuesday morning. So sorry about that, guys. But no, that's funny. But yeah, so they'll play on Wednesday now. That's true, because it says it right there. If I could actually read, rescheduled to Wednesday, December 2nd at 3:40. I have ADD a little bit, I guess you could say, because I just focus on what I want to focus on. But no, Wednesday, December 2nd at 3:40, and we'll be broadcasting nationally on NBC. Makes sense. All right, where are we at? They are playing Wednesday right now. I pray Drew Brees versus Aaron Rodgers in the NFC Championship. That could be a great one. Saints versus Green Bay. That would be a fantastic one. Oh, what about a rematch of the Rams versus Saints? The no-call pass interference rematch to go to the Super Bowl. Oh, that would be a fantastic one. I'd be cool with either one of those. And then obviously my favorite would be the Washington football team in the NFC Championship. Come on now. What are we doing? Chris Sports Talk, no, they play on Wednesday. Correct. LOL, you confused me. I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry. Got a little confused. I apologize. Rob Eamon, I still think this game ends up being moved to Week 18. No, if they do not play Wednesday, I believe it's going to be a mutual forfeit, which would end up in a tie. I don't think they're going to play Week 18. They're not going to push back the playoffs to continue with this nonsense. So they will not be that way. Or they cancel the game. They move us back to Sunday, us versus Steelers back to Sunday, and then they play like on a Thursday. They get moved up to so they play Sunday, then Thursday, then Tuesday, and then Sunday again. That could be a wild schedule that they end up with. Right, so hold on, let me say that again. So let's say it's canceled tomorrow, Wednesday. They move our game back to the 6th. So you have the Skins versus Steelers on the 6th. Then you would have the Steelers play Thursday the 10th. So they have 3 days rest, like normal. Then they play Tuesday against the Ravens as a makeup game. December 15th, the Ravens versus Steelers. And then they go back to their normal schedule on December 20th. That's what they should do. They're not going to do it. You're right. Dominic Montana says not happening. But that's exactly what they should do. They should move our game. So the Skins versus Steelers, December 6th. Whoever they're supposed to play on Sunday the 13th, they move that to Thursday. Right? So whoever's supposed to play the 13th gets a Thursday night game on the December 10th. Then they play the Ravens on December 15th. And then they get back on schedule on December 20th. That is how you fix the Ravens' schedule, not a Week 18, but you move it around a little bit. You're moving around all these other games. Why can't you move those? Come on. What's wrong with that? What's wrong with that? That's what's up. Excuse me. Not James. Nah, if the Rams win the bowl, it's rigged because that would mean every LA sports team won the championship. Did the Kings win in hockey? I think. Did the Kings win? The Kings didn't win the hockey tournament, did they? Stanley Cup. No, Tampa Bay won. Oh, you're just saying in general, every LA team won. Okay, I see what you're saying. Hockey's irrelevant. I was just thinking, what do you mean all the LA team won? And the Clippers never won, right? Clippers never won anything. I guess you don't count them as the LA team, right? It's only the Lakers. And then what's the other sport? Baseball? Oh, the Dodgers did just win, didn't they? The Dodgers just won the World Series. So, yeah, it would be a lot of LA teams winning this year because it would be the Dodgers, the Rams, and the Lakers. 49ers will be the beneficiaries of an 8th seed? An 8th seed? So nobody has a bye week anymore? What's up, Hassan Moore? How you doing today? But, so you would move to 8th seeds and then no one has the bye week. Very interesting. But why would they do that? They wouldn't need to do that, right? Good, Hassan. Awesome. Hassan, have you joined the Discord? There it is again. If you haven't joined the Discord, just share the link again. Rob Eamon, if the Ravens Steelers gets canceled, the 8th seed comes into play. Really? Why would they do that? Did you hear about the news? Did you hear the news about our game moved to Monday? Yes, we just talked about that a little bit. If the Steelers game got canceled and what's going to happen, blah, blah, blah. But yes, I did hear that Steelers Skins will happen on Monday night instead of Sunday. But at 5 o'clock, I believe. Yeah, December 7th at 5 p.m. So it's an early game, which is not terrible. Changing my score for the Steelers game, 31-24 Skins. Man, if we scored 34 on that defense, that's intense. Oh, Hassan just joined. Party's over. It says he joined the party. Party's over. Thank you for joining. Awesome. Yeah, we will hang out in that Discord quite a bit, talk some sports, and hang out there. So, good stuff. Good stuff. Thank you for joining. Also, hit that like button. If you haven't hit that like button, we're up to 8 likes. Awesome, guys. Thank you so much for liking the stream. And a lot of you have hung out for quite some time. We've had 8 to 10 viewers for quite some time. So thank you for hanging out with me while we're here. We've been on for about 45 minutes. Probably hang out for maybe about 15 minutes more, and then I will call it a night. Got work in the morning and see what's going on there. Rob Eamon, if the NFL can't get the full season in, there is a plan to add an 8th seed to the playoffs. Very odd. But I just explained how you can. They postponed the Ravens game for players with COVID, but when the Raiders got 11 players on COVID against the Chiefs, they don't postpone the game. Yeah, favoritism. I have no idea, no clue how they decide what games get postponed and what games don't. I, for the life of me, will never understand how they come up with what. It doesn't make any sense to me. You have the testing, okay? You have the testing capabilities. Why does it matter when people have COVID or not? Because if you test positive, you don't play. If you don't test positive, you do play. Play the football game. Play them on time. Play them on schedule. Every single game should have been played on schedule. Just like the Broncos today, all 4 of their quarterbacks are not allowed to play. And yet their game still goes on? Why is their game not postponed? Makes no sense on why in the world they do these things. I have no clue. It makes no sense to me. Anyway, Dominic with Tim. I think it's going to be a lower scoring game. We won't score 30 points on that D. We'll be lucky to get 17. That's might be true. It'll be tough scoring on that team. I could see us maybe getting something weird like even maybe a 19 or something, like 4 field goals or something crazy like that. Touchdown and 4 field goals. That could be an interesting day. But will Dustin Hopkins make 4 field goals? Tough one. Robbie Eamon, NFL is also in talks of having playoffs in a bubble. That makes a lot of sense. Why not do that? It's a month, 5 weeks or whatever. Why not have it? That makes sense. DRG, it's all right. Better late than never. Hit that like button, dog. Hit the like button since you're here. But thank you for stopping by nonetheless. We're back up to 10 viewers. You guys are awesome. Sportive Gaming. Tim texted the car to Heavy pick it up. How my rating on these videos? Texted the car to heavily pick it up. Texted the car to Heavy pick it up. How my rating on these videos? I actually need clarification. I'm not sure exactly what you meant by that text. Mitchell Wassman is dead, apparently. 2 skulls. The Eagles are garbage. They are not very good, that's for sure. Their defense played so hard tonight, though. I gotta give the defense. The Eagles' defense played really, really tough tonight. I have to give credit where it's due. The Discord video, when's the last one you put in? The last one I saw was the one that you posted, I think, last night. I didn't see the one today. There's a lot going on in the chat, dude. Oh, nope, that's that one. The last one I saw was that, compilation of all those vines. Is that the last one you put? Yeah. I rated you on that one, right? 3.5 out of... I think I said 3.5 out of 5. Yep. I did rate you on that one. Anyway, back to the thing here. Okay, Mitchell Wassmus has a theory. Mitchell Wassmus says the Ravens actually had COVID. The Broncos just had a position outbreak, and the way teams are segregated, the players are rarely intertwined in practice, close together, so nobody else was exposed. Well, then how does any team have an outbreak, right? I just don't know. I don't get it. It makes no sense. I don't get it. I for the life of me, I'm not sure. It seems so sporadic. It seems so random that I don't know why they're doing it this way. I think they should just treat it like an injury, dude. Treat it like an injury. Sometimes your quarterback can't play. He has a tweaked back or he has a hurt shoulder or something. Like, your quarterback can't play this week. He has COVID. Your quarterback can't play. Is what it is. I think that's how they should have done it, and they should have tested people every day throughout the week. You should get tested every single day, and then when on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, you should get tested. No, Friday and Saturday, you should get tested twice, and then Sunday morning, you get tested again. That's how I think they should have done. But what am I doing? And I only say that because, anyway, it doesn't matter. All these schedule changes are confusing, not going to lie. Yeah, it's a wild thing. And not only is the schedule changes confusing, I don't know how they're deciding it. That's the other thing. Mitchell Waspis, I think airplanes through travel as it's recycled air, so if someone has it, the rest of the team will get exposed. There you go. Because the Ravens had a home game, so nobody else was exposed. Interesting. Very interesting. Well, no, the Ravens were the ones that got absolutely demolished, right? They have, like, all sorts of people on COVID right now. I thought. That's what I thought, anyway. All right, ladies and gents. I might be calling it early. I'm going to head off. I have work in the morning. Later, chat a Tim. Hey. Till next time, bro. Didn't Lamar have COVID? Yeah, Lamar still has, like, I don't know if he still has it, but he's not playing on Wednesday. Pretty sure he's out. Won't play versus Steelers. That was 3 days ago. I don't think he's going to play at all. Lamar is a running back. All right, awesome. Well, that was fun, ladies and gents. Half their players aren't playing. I know, it's nuts. It's going to be an interesting Steelers versus Ravens game, no doubt. But all right, guys, I do have to get off. It's almost 12:30. Gotta hit the hay. But we'll be back tomorrow after... No, not tomorrow. No, we'll be back on Wednesday. That's right. We'll be back on Wednesday after the game. But until next time.
See ya!